So we are taking you guys to a special place for all of us if you've been following us for a while. And it actually isn't very far from the farm. So we got something really special for you guys today, and if you've been with us for a while, you'll recognize this. That's up next. Hello everyone, this is Dwayne with Edge of Nowhere Farm, and we're coming to you. It is a beautiful, beautiful May morning here in 2021. So if you guys have been following us along at all for the last year and a half or so, you know that we refer back to the old farm or the original farm on a regular basis. And we finally are here to actually give you guys an update on the original Edge of Nowhere farm. We're gonna start here in the front, and you can see that the trees have just gone bonkers. So right behind us here, we have the two fig trees. You'll see the Cadota fig tree here and the Panache fig tree in the background. These trees are just huge. That Panache fig in the back is bigger than me. You can see this thing here is at least, I'd say probably about 10 feet tall, and I'm guessing it's probably just as wide. Real dense. You know, we talk about this particular variety all the time being a real vertical type tree, and you can see just how much that's the case. And this thing is completely loaded with fruit. Now, one of the challenges that they're faced with is they actually have the cattle that, you know, we're only a few miles away. So the cattle that we have that free range have now started coming through here, and they are just going to town on some of the trees. The mulberry trees and the citrus trees here in the front. Man, you can see how tall the cows are because the tree basically doesn't exist where the cows are, where they can reach, and then you just have the beautiful tree beyond it. Mulberry tree here, again, they're just going to town on the base of the mulberry tree, and that is a weeping Santa Rosa, which looks fantastic. A lot of fruit set on there. So obviously here at the front of the house is not really where the majority of the farm is. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna show you guys a little bit of drone footage, because for those of you who have been with us for a while, you were always asking us for kind of over the top footage to see what's going on in the back. So before we slide back there, let me give you a view of what the farm looks like behind the house. So we got Darren and Natalie. Hey guys. So they're the new owners of the house, and actually it's not even really new anymore. They've been here for over a year, and what they're doing with the place is just incredible. You know, they've really taken it and run with it, which is just amazing to Lori and I. You got a tractor? I'm a little jealous because I didn't have one here, and you know you need it. You have the blackjack fig right there. You can see that's more of a dwarfing fig tree. You can see how amazing it's doing. The roses in the background are incredible. And then this nectarine tree right here is just going nuts. So you guys know we had the moringa tree failure. We were talking about that earlier. Just a bummer that that thing failed. But in the back, you'll see there, that is the bay leaf tree. That bay leaf tree is probably 12 to 13 feet tall, and it's a good 5 to 6 feet across. So bay leaf just doing amazing here in Arizona. To see that gets me really excited. And of course, that's an expensive herb. You got the grapevines here that are putting on amazing growth here in the early summer for us. One of the things that Darren and I were talking about is just trying to control all the growth around the farm. And I said, you know what? It's a good sign, you know, to see nothing but green and growth on the ground just shows you the tremendous amount of soil growth that you're getting here in the Arizona desert, and it just continues to mature and just give an amazing potential for all of these trees and vines. But you can see here the growth that they're getting from these Manuka grapevines, and you guys know this just makes an incredible red wine. But I'll tell you what, this is just amazing. We had a fraction of this when we were here, but just one after another, this cluster of grapes is just going to be amazing. These are the pomegranate trees, angel red pomegranate here, Austin pomegranate here, the wonderful pomegranate behind me here, and then there's a Granada pomegranate on the other side. But you can see we're here, it's about probably 8 or so in the morning, so early morning, but nice and cool down here in the shade. And you got the birds chirping in the background. Just a beautiful, beautiful scene back here that's being created by these amazing trees. These are the brown turkey figs. We've shown you guys multiple videos on these two trees. You can see just big, beautiful trees, and just from the outside I can see they are loaded with fruit. Now there are two trees here, so they're spaced about 13 feet apart, and each one of these trees is easily 10 feet tall, and we know based on the spacing that they're at least 15 to 20 feet across. So just amazing growth on these trees, and it's even kind of hard to see the Shinseki pear on the back side of these two. This first row behind me here, these are the first sets of trees that went in the ground. At this point, these trees have all been in the ground for about 5 to 6 years. There's a few exceptions, but for the most part, these are 5 to 6 year old fruit trees here in Arizona. Each one of these trees is a good 12 to 15 feet tall or more, probably about the same width. Many of them are just loaded with fruit. As you can see, they're growing into what was the row between the orchard rows. I'll point out a couple of these, but for the most part, I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy the trees as we walk through. This tree is the Golden Dorset apple tree. This apple tree I think is about 5 years old. We had to replant the first one that was planted, and you can see the tree is just incredible. This is one of Reed's Golden Dorset apple trees. The rootstock is ideal, spacing is good, and full sunlight is exactly what these need. You can see there's just huge, massive clusters all over the tree. There's fruit basically throughout, from the bottom of the tree all the way up through the top. Hundreds of pieces of fruit on this one apple tree here in Arizona. This is the Tropic Sweet Apple. This is the one that we also purchased from Reed. Again, it's been about 4 to 5 years. This tree, I'll tell you what, the apples are very, very sweet. They have a tendency to get a little mealy pretty fast, but very, very sweet apples, and they really complement the Anna and the Dorset, which are more tart than sweet. This one definitely sweet versus tart. Maybe not quite as crisp, but that sweetness is really nice. Again, completely covered with fruit. Just a beautiful, beautiful tree. That is a Shangri-La mulberry tree that has now been in the ground for about 5 years. Now, the tree is just massive. I'm guessing it's probably about 20 feet tall. It's at least that wide, and it is completely loaded with fruit. Now, you guys have seen us take harvests off this tree before. What's amazing to see here is the size of the mulberries as this tree has aged. You can see the size of these berries. That's pushing 2 inches there. There are larger berries in there. These are just the first 2 that I came across. But just beautiful, solid black, completely ripe. I mean, you get an idea. The one that I just picked up off the ground, I mean, dark, dark purple, beautiful color. And then, of course, they taste amazing. I don't know that there's anything that beats a Shangri-La mulberry. It is sweet, 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 maybe a hint of tart. The best blackberry you've ever had minus the seeds. I don't know how else to say it. It's an incredible tree. It's amazing fruit. People ask us all the time about loquats in Arizona. Those are loquats in Arizona. This is a Yehuda loquat. It's been in the ground, I think, for about 4 years or so. And check this out. Loquats have a special place in my heart because I grew up in Southern California, and these literally grow on the side of the roads there, and they grow like this. Now, of course, this one takes watering and care, but they grow like crazy, and this tree, you guys, is completely loaded with fruit. There is a Yehuda loquat. Now, as far as the flavor, I've always had a hard time describing this, but oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If I could describe it, I would say it's a mix of citrus and I guess apricot, but it's much firmer than that, almost like a nice ripe goodness. It tastes like a loquat, you guys. we're here underneath the 2 large mulberry trees. You'll be able to see that in the drone footage as we came over. These 2 trees are about 5 years old, and they're 30 or 40 feet tall, about the same width. And around me, hey there, Tank, how are you? So around me, we have blackberries. This is, I think, the Wachita blackberry, which is coming along pretty well. Primark is really going crazy with fruit, and the Triple Crown is loaded with fruit as well. And then, of course, the mulberries. So this tree is what we thought was a Pakistan mulberry. That's how it was sold, but I'm thinking it's a Persian mulberry. The berries are a bit smaller, but this tree has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of mulberries in it. And of course, just this beautiful, beautiful shade. Right, buddy? So I'm here with Darren and his wife Natalie. Well, Natalie's not with us, but I'm here with Darren. And he is the new owner of the farm here. And you guys have been here for just over a year.
Yes.
And just looking at the place, looks incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys have definitely made it your own and still kept the fruit trees going, which is
That was
amazing.
my goal.
Yeah, that is amazing. So, you know, what are some of the challenges that you've had since you've been on the property and been taking care of the place?
Well, just the cows have been the biggest issue, coming through and devouring all the shrubs and bushes and trees. But other than that, everything's been going pretty good. A lot of work, but it's so rewarding. All of this is just incredible. So I couldn't be happier to have it.
You've got some additions you're putting in over here.
Yes.
So I saw that pad over there. So what are you guys putting in over there?
That's going to be a swim spa and a barbecue island and a kids playground. Coming here eventually.
And so kids, so like your kids or?
The grandkids.
The grandkids.
We have
okay.
grandkids, so.
Okay.
We have a 2-year-old and we have one on the way. She'll be here in August, so it'll be another girl. So, but we're excited.
And Layla is your granddaughter.
Layla's my granddaughter. She's
Yeah.
the first one. So.
And we were having fun with mulberries earlier.
Yes.
So.
She loves her mulberries. She helps me every Saturday.
So is she a little farmer? Does she jump right in there and help you out with the
She
chores?
does. I showed her how to pull weeds, and she pulls weeds with me. She rakes the grass, and she plucks mulberries, and she feeds the goats, and she's pretty active.
So you got a little farm girl on your hands.
Yes. Although she looks like a zombie right now.
It's the mulberries. She sure loves to share those mulberries.
Yes, she does. She's something else.
She
so
is.
we're pretty proud of her.
I know we've talked to Darren and Natalie. We follow them on Facebook and we get updates all the time. And Lori and I have talked about it multiple times. We're just so glad that you guys chose this place and you've invited us to come back and and see everything and steal some fruit from you, just to see, you know, the production and see your guys' faces and see your granddaughter. I mean, you've just taken it and run with it. Yeah, you've taken it and run with it. So I'll tell you what, we couldn't have asked for a better outcome. That's for sure. Really had a good time here today with Darren and Natalie and Layla. She's adorable. I think we got some good footage of her. She is just a crack up. But to see the family here on the farm making it their own, and the trees and the growth and the production on this farm is just amazing. I know that when we were here last and showed you guys our last day here before they bought the place, you know, we said we were really hoping that somebody would take this, make it their own, and just continue it. And that's exactly what they've done. So it really warms Lori and I's heart to see it, and really makes us want grandkids, I'm not gonna lie. So just wanna thank you for joining us today. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you here as a subscriber and share the content. If there's things like this, somebody that you know that might be interested in this, please share it, it helps us out. If you have any questions or comments, leave those in the comment section down below. And our Amazon shop, will leave a link down in the description. That is a free, painless way to help support the channel. If you start with that link, it doesn't matter what you buy, you help to support us here. I just want to thank you for joining us today and remind you, if we can farm on the edge of nowhere, and if Darren and Natalie can do it as well, so can you.
Got Tank. Hey, buddy. That's silly. Oh my goodness. I know.
Oh,
Do I get one? Oh, thank you. Welcome.
Thank you. Oh, I get another one?
It's gone.
It's gonna be gone. It's gone. It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. Oh, high five. Yeah.
It's gone.
All gone.
It's gone.
Oh, I get to finish this?
It's gone.
I'll finish it.
Oh.
No.
You need it.
You gotta eat it?
Gone.
Oh, gone. Ah. Cool.
Here comes the zombie. Whoa.
There's a zombie.
What are you doing?
Oh,
What are you
we're just
doing?
having fun.
What are you doing?
What's on your face? What's on your face? Right here.
I can't see.
Here.
It's right here. Are you a hug? Ah!
Don't freak her out.
See ya.
I think you freaked her out.
No. Oh, wait. She
We're
needs
at
another
it.
mulberry. You got a little spot. You got a little spot. Did you see?
Go.
Okay, I'm gonna go, but do you see the little spot? It's like,
Go.
I'm gonna go, but do you see the little spot on your face? It's like right here.
Wait,
And then
go.
it goes all the way around like this. It's right there, and then everywhere. It's all over the place.
Go.
Okay, wait, do you see over there?
What is it?
Huh? What is it? You got a big hug. Did you get a good shot of that?
I think so.
Fucking hugs! Yeah! Thank you for the hug!